Welcome, everyone, to Ruston, Louisiana, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech, and the fans are in Joe I.A. Stadium ready to have a good time. UMass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense takes the field. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense.
Turning it on! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Let's take a second to think about Louisiana Tech. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Grant. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So UMass offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Hairston. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. All right, guys, let's chat about Louisiana Tech. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat.
It's a running room. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Corners are going to bail. And the missed connection on third down. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it near midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw, it's Grant. Makes the catch, it's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. Past the 30. He's up to 49 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback will keep it. Ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. UMass quickly back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield, it's good. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Grant. Snagged out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have. 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Time to take a shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Minutemen!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets away from one. Finds him. Continues to fight for yards. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Looking for a man. It's Hairston. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
UMass has a long, long way to go here on third down. Rush is on him. He'll pull it down. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Looking deep down the right side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the point after is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. On the run, it's good. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Scanning the field, it's Hairston. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime, it potentially makes some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Got it in the middle. It's Valentine. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now the play fake. With the catch, it's good. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hairston. Fires to the big fella. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Using his legs, it's Valentine.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Coates. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
At the 35, he's open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. The sure hands, it's Lanier. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it.
There he goes. Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The run to the left. Runs through a tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Hairston. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He's open on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, a play like that. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
UMass comes to the line facing second and short. They'll go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab at the 30. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Grab behind the line. It's Harper. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Everywhere, it's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Turning it on! The 40! The 20! Past the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UMass offense returns to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Finds his man. It's Thacker. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over.
Breaks into the open. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Minutemen picked up a chunk on the ground. Let's see what they do here. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. UMass will line up to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Grant. Throws to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
He'll field the punt. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Well,